You know what day it is, leg day. Hi, I'm Disciplined Dave, where I put the technique in your physique. Now today we're gonna work out our legs. The legs is one of the largest muscle groups in our body, so we need to make sure that we really take care of it. I mean, it's carrying all that weight that we have. So before we get started, we need to go over a few key points. And one of the main points that a lot of people are missing is shoes matter. You need to make sure you have the right equipment when you're working out your legs, because you're going to be planting your foot a lot, you're going to be pushing off your foot a lot. And so let's talk about the type of shoes that you're going to need to do this workout. For one, you want to make sure that you choose something that is flat and has very limited to no cushioning. So a good choice would be Converse or Vans. That's very good. Metcon shoes, they're going to be a little bit more on the expensive side. That's what I'm going to be using today. But there's a lot of different ones out there. There's Reebok Nano 9s. But anyway, you want to get shoes that are made for weightlifting. And if you're saying to yourself, Dave, I can't afford to buy new shoes. I'm just watching your video now. It's okay. You can do this completely barefoot. Actually, my wife always does squats barefooted. If you take a look, she's always using great form and knowing that she needs to make sure that she has a good platform to push off of. And that's the key to having the perfect type of shoes for using your legs, is that when you're looking at different types of shoes, a lot of people are using runners or they're using basketball shoes. Hey, if you watch my channel, you know I'm a sneakerhead. But what you need to figure out is that using those nice sneakers that you want to show off may not be the best thing for using resistance training. So you don't want a shoe like a runner where it's fat at the back of the shoe and it gets thin towards the middle. You want something that's completely flat, which gives you great surface area to push off from. So that's what these shoes are going to do for you that I listed. But today you're going to see me working out with Metcons. Now that we have the right equipment, let's go ahead and get started.
Perfect, 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 perfect.
All right, so we're gonna begin with the squats. Now let's talk about that setup. So you're gonna take the band here and you're gonna put it around your neck on the trap area. So not directly on the neck. If you take a look here, I'm kind of on the trap area. I'm not so far up on the neck. I'm right below it. And then I'm going to take the straps here and I'm going to come down. And that way you can give us some slack so we can step our feet in. And then I'm going to put one foot in, put the other foot in. All right? So we're feeling tension here. So what I want you to do is I want you to come down and then come straight up. Down into a seated position, straight up. Now, look at my feet. I want you to see my feet where my heels, the back of the foot, is completely flat. I'm not coming up my toes. I'm going down, straight up. The great thing about using bands is you're getting more tension when you come up to the top. Nice and easy, down and up. Now we're gonna do 15 to 20 reps with these. So do excellent form throughout. Because we're working out at home, and when you're working out at home with bands, you need to work twice as hard as you do with weights. Another little tip is to add more tension, you can spread those feet apart a little bit more. Just like that. All right, so now we're gonna move on to some lunges here that's really going to work out our quads and our hamstrings. So we're going to take our band and we're going to make sure that we have it just like this. And we're going to go ahead and put one foot in and we're going to plant that foot down. And we're going to get into a lunge position. And so what we're going to do is we're going to come down and then we're going to come up, but we're coming up and backwards, down and up. And what we're going to do is 10 on each side. And you want to do 3 sets of these. Ooh, I'm really feeling it in my hamstrings. And all you're going to do is just change sides and do the opposite. So our next exercise, we're going to do a deadlift. It's very important when you're doing this, you're coming up with your legs and not your back. Now, you're going to stand right on top of the bands here. And actually, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see wrong way, right way. You're going to stand on the bands. And you notice how my back is right now? This is called a rounded back. So what you want to do is squeeze your upper portion of your back and make sure that you have that good angle and stability. So I want you to come down with your legs, and then come straight up and squeeze your butt cheeks at the top. Keep your back in that straight position, up, squeeze those butt cheeks. Very important that you keep those arms stationary. So that way you're only pushing off with your legs. And you want to do between 10 to 15 reps of 3 sets. And if you're feeling that burn, what I want you to do is go ahead and hit that like button. All right, so now we're going to do our calves. And our calves is a small muscle group, but all muscles matter. So we're going to go ahead and put it around our neck. Go ahead and stretch out with your arms to give you some slack. Step on the band. And once you've got that, what I want you to do is just lift up with your toes and raise up. You want to make sure that you position that band more towards your heels, so that way you can get that great tension. And when you come up, I want you to squeeze those calves nice and tight. And have nice control when you come down. Don't just come down like this, control it down. You control the band and don't let the band control you. And always remember to do my favorite word, squeeze. And if you enjoyed that workout, maybe you don't have the loop style bands and you have the ones that are tube style, that's the ones with the handles. I have a whole workout using those type of bands, so go ahead and check that out. And if you want some more workouts and more of a challenge, go ahead and check out those other videos coming up next.